I'm here to talk about LEED version 5. There's been a great deal of talk around amazing alignment and harmonization. Wendy, I can't believe this is the 6th symposium, so congrats on that. And as there's been mentioned, LEED version 5 a few times, just wanted to give the timeline of where we stand. We're right on the cusp of our conference, Greenbuild, coming up at the beginning of November. We're going to have lots of things released at that time. Going into next year, the close of registration for LEED version 4 and 4.1. Now, those projects will still have 6 years to certify from the time of registration. You have up to 6 years to complete your certifications. So things that have been in place since LEED version 4.1 and version 4 are still going to be around for a while, but we're really excited where V5 is going to move things to the next level. A few key updates to material health and LEED version 5. The biggest one is a new credit called Building Product Selection and Procurement, BPSP. It's about how we get building products selected and then bought that are multi-attribute and taking an approach to material selection that gets at the product inventories as core. They're built on things that we've been doing for years in LEED, like HPD labels and EPDs. There's also greater alignment between credits. The low emitting materials used to be a credit in the indoor environmental quality credit category. It's now put into materials and resources, and it allows us to simplify documentation with those credits. And similar to how the low emitting materials credit has been achieved in the past, the new way of scoring products and getting points is by product categories. So not just picking 20 or 30 or 40 products from anywhere. We want to see them optimized in specific categories. And the other thing is to level up. We had introduced this idea of multi-attribute because we'd like more and more products to keep moving up the ladder from transparency and disclosure up to full optimization of products. That'll be key to getting your points in LEED. Here's a snapshot of the materials and resources credit category. The two highlighted ones have the most direct interaction with material health. You'll see quite a few points available, especially in interiors projects for these credits and points. Here's a snapshot of how the previous credits in LEED version 4 and 4.1 have been combined into this product selection and procurement credit. EPDs, sourcing of raw materials and material ingredients, are now this BPSP credit. That credit, including low emitting materials, rewards a selection of products from these categories you see on screen. Points are awarded by specifying and installing products with attributes across an entire product category. Barbara gave a great overview of mindful materials, AIA's material pledge, and the common materials framework. Aligned with the terminology at those kind of bucket levels, we call them criteria areas because we already have impact areas used throughout LEED for other things. So criteria areas of circular economy, human health, climate health, et cetera, you see the 5 there, make up the scoring system for the BPSP product credit. We are going to have one calculator. It is a spreadsheet, but that is just an interim step. We are working with all the software providers about making the reporting and documentation more streamlined and connected to the data that is evolving fast in the ecosystem. The way we score products in LEED is we give things levels. There's a 1, a 2, and a 3. Level 1 is assumed to be things that are a first step. This is your traditional transparency, disclosure, recycled content, things like that, that are pretty widespread in the industry for select building materials, but things we want to see more of. We want to see more manufacturers and more products achieve. So we're trying to get to scale on those level 1s. And those are worth a 1x multiplier in our credits. The second level is level 2, and that's at a leadership position. Those are products that are optimized in some way and are really the leading top 10 or 15% of products in the marketplace today. And then level 3 is reserved for elite products, the top 1 to 5%. These are cutting edge sustainability products that are leading the market, and we're hoping to dangle a carrot there to get more projects to spec those and more manufacturers to develop those products. It's not unlike basic, better, best, except that this is a score defined by LEED. As Barbara said, that is a scoring system or ranking system based on priorities of the customer.